Welcome to Midlife Remembering. And I want to introduce myself because I've done video stopped, and then I did some faceless videos, and I'm like, no, you know what? This subject is too important not to have a face-to-face or be real. Because there's so much AI and that stuff on the internet, but I don't want to go there. This video is about reality creation. And when you start to truly understand it, this is how, we're creating reality all the time, but this is how you can do it consciously and intentionally. And it's nothing new. Neville Goddard, who else? Joseph Murphy, they've all talked about it. But I think not enough people really understand it. And because I'm older, I'll be honest, I'm gonna turn 60 this year. And I know that when I hit my 50s, I kind of went, WTH? Okay, I won't lie, WTF. Really? I didn't think I wasn't where I wanted to be. A lot of shit went on in my life, and I was just like, wow, what is life really about? I started asking these questions, like, why are we here? Did we come here to work 40 hours a week and at the jobs that usually suck our soul, we don't even like, or we don't like half the people we work with, or like, who invented the 9 to 5? My last job I had, which was, I retired from it 10 years ago, was 7 till 7, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. You have no life. And I kept thinking, is that really why I'm here? Why am I here? And I'd also been on this healing journey. I got introduced to Reiki in 2000, and from there, every modality, I tried, I studied, I got certified in, I had sessions in, not to brag, but it was because I really thought I was broken and fucked up. And I could see progress in some of them, and then I felt like I hit a plateau, or, this isn't where it is, and so I kept going, and they say, you gotta keep peeling back the onion, and I'm like, peeling back the onion? Mine keeps getting bigger, it felt like, but yet if I reflected back, I could see, oh no, I've healed, or I feel different. That was mostly what I noticed, my internal. So, but I kept thinking, there's something wrong with this. Like, why? I've done all this healing work, and my outside reality isn't reflecting it. I still kind of feel shitty about myself, and so I stopped, and then I started going down some other paths. I've been down rabbit holes for years, but this was in regards to reality creation. And I kept studying, and I kept learning, and I kept getting, I'm not messed up, oh my God, and I kept going. And when something in me kept clicking, and then it really clicked, and I got it. And that's what I want to share, because it's not hard, it's actually simple, but it's not always easy, and we're doing it all the time anyways. We're constantly creating our reality, but we're doing it from the outside in, and usually unintentionally, unconsciously, because we're programmed. We're all deeply programmed. Think about your habits, think about what you do every day. And that's why I'm speaking to people that are older, because we've had more time to do them. Right or wrong, good or bad, I'm not saying that, but if you're not where you want to be, to me, I had to break pattern. Okay, so this is what reality creation is, and I'm not here to sell you an expensive coaching program or anything like that. But if you have questions, leave them below. As within, so without. Our reality creation, and this isn't hippy-dippy, wacky-tobacky smoking stuff, this is basically quantum physics, and they've been talking about this in books for hundreds of years, so nothing's new here. Jesus said it, but in ways we couldn't fully understand, I think. That's how I perceive it. So you have to decide, because even though, the law of attraction, manifesting, yes, we're always manifesting, but really, we're always selecting. But we're selecting unconsciously. We're choosing what we don't want because we're worried about it, we're doubting, we're anxious, and we're not fully present, because that distorts us, being in the present, in the past, in the present, in the past, in the present, in the past. Not in the present. In the future. I'll cut that out. future, past, and we're not in the present. We need to be in the present. So you have to get off of autopilot. You have to break pattern. You have to become aware of what it is you even really want, your dreams, your desires, and then listen to the yeah buts. Yeah, but I can't. Yeah, but I'm too old. Yeah, but I'm not good enough. Yeah, but I don't have enough money. Yeah, but. Argue for your own limitation. That's the human avatar, small version of you. That's this bodysuit that we think we are in our thoughts and our feelings and our stories and our experiences and our dramas and traumas, but they're not. They're all experiences. The infinite part of us, the grander part of us, has access to anything and everything. That's why when you look at this reality, there's so much evil here. It doesn't judge. It only reflects back to you what you were projecting out. So that's why conscious decision is really important. My dream, what's percolating? What is it you want to experience? Like, really, what is it? You know, as a woman, I'll speak to women, but, you know, it's men too. And in my reality, there are only two sexes. I don't care if you're with the same sex, but there's two sexes. Cut. So I have dreams that I've had for a long time, but I had all the excuses. Yeah, but that's why I'm going to tease you, because I had all the excuses. Yeah, but I can't because I was negative. I was a victim. Life was happening to me. I was letting the 3D bitch slap me around constantly because it was out there. And then when I learned, no, as within, so without, somebody said to me, you know, you're creating all this shit. And I got triggered. Man, did I get triggered. What do you mean I'm creating this shit? I'm not, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I was. But I was doing it ignorantly and unconsciously, right? So when you decide to become more aware, like in the moment, because you're always thinking and imagining, they kind of go hand in hand. Think a thought, imagine, but it happens in nanoseconds. And that's the projector. Thought before feeling, energy before physical, spirit before matter. And it's nanoseconds. So you decide, like, feel into your dreams. What is it you want? What is it you desire? Be aware of the excuses. And really, it's the little you, the ego you, that's saying, yeah, no, stay safe. Stay here. No, stay here. No, stay here. And you've got to go, no, I'm moving on. No, I'm moving on. Fuck off. It's over. So you're deciding, because it's your reality. You are your reality. Think about it. When this bodysuit ceases to exist, and your name attached to it, all your labels, all your credentials, your dramas, traumas, stories, thoughts, feelings, certifications, all cease, like they're done. It's now a memory. And a memory is only a thought in the now. So decide. Really look at your dreams. If time and money were an issue, what would you be doing? Get honest with yourself. And it's only you. You and you. So you're going to decide. And then you're going to align. Okay, if I'm here, if I'm living this life right now, this is my reality, and be honest with yourself. I'm experiencing this, this, and this. I'm at a job I hate. I don't like where I live. The kids have gone, and I feel lonely. Whatever. Just be honest. And then, okay, this is my dreams. If I'm here and I'm thinking and feeling this way, how must I think and feel to be over here? And there is really no over here. Okay, we always think it's in the future, but in time, space, reality, everything's now. So when you understand what you must think and feel like this, then you align with it and you stay there. That's the hardest part. So you decide, align, and you be it. You be it. You go to the end. You go to the end of what your dream and desire is. Maybe it's getting an extra $2,000 a month. Maybe it's an extra $100,000 a month. Maybe it's a new car. Maybe it's a new house. Maybe it's a new SP. Maybe it's a debts erased. Go to the end. Go to the end. Your job is the how. Sorry. Your job is the what and the why. The greater part of you, the field, is the how and when. Because you are the projector. Do you remember, if you're my age or older, maybe a little younger, they used to roll in the projector for movie time in classes? You'd get all excited, and the teacher would select a movie and put it onto the projector. Through your thoughts and feelings and your beliefs, you're choosing a movie and you're putting it into the projector. You are the projector. Your 5 senses make this reality real. You project it out through your thoughts and your feelings. In reality, the canvas of life, the screen of life, has to reflect back what you projected out. Energy has to match energy. The projector is only doing its job. If your consciousness is not in this bodysuit doesn't exist if you believe you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Which then you have to look at, well, if we're a projection of consciousness, is this a simulation? Holographic? I don't know, but it makes sense to me. So I'm projecting. So that movie on the projector, the frames move really fast to make it look like it's in motion, like a real life movie. And you watch it and you get engrossed in it and you forget all the people around you. And that's what we've done with our life. We didn't step into, we're projecting consciousness into this avatar suit. And through our senses, it makes it really real. And it is while we're here, right? It's not delusional, so to say, but it's real. So your eyes don't really see, they're interpreting frequencies. It's the imagination, the right side of the brain. It's very left brain dominant here, linear, logical, everything is separate, don't ask questions, trust the science. Where the right brain is curious, creative, imagination, kingdom of heaven. That's where you go to have a conversation with the grander version of you, which does not understand begging, pleading. Well, the energy of it does, but the words, prayer, it only understands thought and images. That's why your imagination is your superpower, okay? That's how you decide, you align, and you be. But along with that, the 3D is going to 3D. It's the old you. Like the 3D is you from yesterday, kind of, an hour ago, because every minute is new with possibility, right? Because we're that flickering in and out like that movie projector, you know, how many frames per second. We're even more so, and I forget what it is, but I've heard different numbers, but let's just say it's like I'm a photographer and I'm shooting sports photography. I'm shooting at a 5,000 or even higher frames per second. So normal is 125. So that's how many times? 10, 15 times faster? Because you want to capture the action shot. And if you did a series of them, like 25, and you put them in iMovie and created a film, it will look like that player is moving. That's us. That's us in a nutshell. Frame by frame by frame by frame. So it's nanosecond by nanosecond by nanosecond. So each second is pregnant with possibility, with new, but we keep remembering the old. You got to break pattern. You got to become aware. You got to decide, what is it I truly want? Because if I'm consciousness projecting itself into this body, that means I am not this avatar. I am much bigger than that. And at the core of your being, if you are this consciousness projecting itself, which is part of the one, it's like that water droplet going back to the ocean. You are part of the one, and it is perfect, whole, and complete. So at your core, you are too. You don't need to keep doing all this healing work. Trust me, after 20 years, you don't. So, decide. Get really clear. Really, really clear. Align. Align with the end. And be it. Stay there. Give no fucks what the 3D is telling you. Because it's going to test you a little bit. You're going to have situations come up. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you really want this? Come on back. Come on back. It's easier over here. We know this. This is comfortable. You hate it, but it's comfortable. And you're going to go, no, I know the end. No, no. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know how this ends. It's like now you've put your movie into the projector of what you want to watch. And then the more you stay aligned to that, the more you be it, the more you just know. Eventually you'll just know. That's what happened to me. I kept I kept affirming because I had to keep breaking pattern. I'd see myself slip in my thinking and really getting caught up in the 3D, and then I'd go, oh, there I go again, silly me, because I didn't beat myself up. I stopped that bullshit, and I went, okay, and I would affirm how I wanted it to be. So affirmations do work, but eventually you're going to get to a place where you say it and you know that's it. Repetition at the beginning, because you're breaking pattern on patterns that have become ingrained more, because we've been doing this since we were about 7, 8, 9. But it can be quick. Get in there and go all in, saturate your mind and say, no, that's it. This is who I am now. This is how I'm living now. I know how the end is. And your reality can shift like that. That's really reality creation. That's manifestation. That's a law of assumption. That's a law of attraction. That's a law of being. So if you have any questions, put them down below. But I'm going to keep bringing you guys this stuff because I think everybody should learn it, because this is why we're here, to create experiences we love. We didn't come here to struggle, hustle, grind, or be lulled to asleep like sheep, right? So on that note, have an amazing day, and thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.